Shocking facts about ancient Egypt and the pyramids. In the middle of Egypt's desert stands one of the world's most mysterious wonders, the pyramids. For centuries, these structures have captivated humanity. But did you know there are still mind-blowing secrets hidden behind their grandeur? Part 1. Tech beyond their time. Picture this. 2.3 million blocks of stone, each weighing up to 2.5 tons, arranged with incredible precision. So precise, even modern technology can't fully explain it. How did they pull this off? Visual of ramps and simple tools in action, explaining one theory. Fun fact, the pyramids of Giza align perfectly with the Orion constellation, showing the Egyptians' advanced knowledge of astronomy. Was this just a coincidence, or is there a deeper hidden meaning we haven't uncovered yet? Hundreds of workers moving giant stones. Imagine the sound of stone scraping, the clinking of tools, and the shouts of coordination among them. They built sloping ramps to haul those massive stones, used them efficiently, and then dismantled them when the job was done. Simple tools like levers and wooden rollers became their key to creating efficiency in this colossal task. This was ancient engineering at its best, turning impossibilities into realities with nothing more than human determination and clever innovation. The mystery behind the pyramids' building technology. For thousands of years, the pyramids of Egypt have been symbols of architectural wonder. But the question remains, how did an ancient civilization build something so massive, so precise, with tools that seem so basic? This mystery has sparked many theories, from advanced lost technologies to help from extraterrestrials. Theory 1. Lost advanced technology. Some researchers think the Egyptians might have had advanced technology that got lost over time. Stories talk about tools capable of cutting stone with extreme precision, way before modern metal tools were even a thing. Supporting fact, the limestone and granite used in the pyramids show marks of precision cuts, almost like they used lasers. Speculation, did they discover some kind of energy source or mechanical know-how we've never uncovered? Imagine if this lost tech were rediscovered. It could completely change the way we see engineering today. Theory 2. Help from aliens. This theory is one of the wildest. Some believe the Egyptians had help from aliens. They point to hieroglyphs showing strange shapes that kinda look like planes or UFOs, supporting. Fact, the pyramids line up perfectly with Orion's belt, which in Egyptian mythology is linked to Osiris, the god of the afterlife. Some say this alignment was meant to communicate with visitors from the stars. Question: if aliens were involved, why did they help? Were the pyramids meant as markers, symbols, or something bigger, like interstellar communication devices? Could the pyramids be some kind of universal monument, a sign of civilization, or even a beacon for future visitors from space? Theory 3. Pyramids as energy devices. Another theory says pyramids weren't just tombs, but energy devices. Their shape and materials are believed to harness natural energy from the earth and the stars. Supporting fact, the pyramids were built with perfect angles and orientation, and materials like granite are thought to have piezoelectric properties, meaning they could generate energy. Speculation. Were the pyramids ancient power plants for the Egyptian civilization? If true, this could mean the pyramids were the world's first green energy generators. Conclusion. Myth or reality? Were the pyramids really built with just human effort and simple tools? Or is there a bigger secret buried beneath the desert sands? These theories may sound crazy, but even today we don't have all the answers. Maybe that's why the pyramids continue to fascinate us. Which theory do you believe? Do you think there's a hidden truth behind the pyramids? Let us know in the comments. Part 2. Everyday life in ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt wasn't just about pyramids. Their daily lives were full of innovation. They created a calendar based on the Nile's floods and even brewed beer as a staple food. Fun fact, Egyptian doctors were skilled in surgery and herbal medicine. Imagine this. Thousands of years ago, they already knew how to stitch wounds and fix broken bones. The ancient Egyptians made a calendar based on the yearly cycle of the Nile River, which was super important in their lives. The Nile wasn't just their water source, it kept their farming going. Their calendar was split into 3 main seasons, each with 4 months. Akhet, flood season. This happened from June to September when the Nile overflowed because of rains upstream. The flood brought fertile mud, which was key for farming. Peret, planting season. After the floods went down, from October to February, they planted crops like wheat and barley in the wet soil. Shemu, harvest season. From March to May, they harvested their crops before the next flood came around. The calendar had 12 months, each with 30 days, plus 5 extra days at the end of the year for celebrations dedicated to their gods. By understanding the Nile's cycle, they nailed farming and built one of the most epic civilizations ever. Part 3. Rituals and Amazing Mummies. Mummies are timeless symbols of the ancient Egyptians' belief in the afterlife. Their detailed mummification process shows just how seriously they prepared for the next world. Fun fact, they removed internal organs, including the brain, then preserved them with natron, a natural salt. Step-by-step mummification process. 1. Cleaning the body. First, they washed the body with water from the Nile, which was considered sacred. After cleaning, they applied fragrant oils to the skin to slow down decay. 2. Removing the organs, taking out the brain. The brain was removed through the nose using a special hook. They didn't see the brain as important, so it wasn't preserved. Removing other organs. A cut was made on the left side of the stomach to take out organs like the stomach, intestines, liver, and lungs. These organs were cleaned, dried with natron, a natural salt, and placed in jars called canopic jars. Cleaning the body, cavity. After removing the organs, the inside of the body was cleaned and stuffed with linen, resin, and spices to keep its shape. 3. Drying the body. The body was covered in natron for about 40 days. Natron dried out the body and stopped it from rotting. Once dried, the body was lighter and fully preserved. 4. Applying oils and resin. After drying, the skin was rubbed with fragrant oils and resin to make it softer and give it a nice smell. The resin also helped protect the body from bacteria. 5. Wrapping the body. The body was wrapped in long strips of linen, layer by layer. Fingers and toes were wrapped separately to keep their shape. Small protective charms, like the ankh or eye of Horus, were placed between the layers for spiritual protection. Each layer of linen was coated with resin to hold everything together. 6. Final touches and burial. Once the wrapping was done, a death mask, often made of gold or other materials, was placed on the face to show how the person looked. The mummy was then put in a decorated coffin, sarcophagus, with hieroglyphs and symbols of eternal life. The coffin was placed in the tomb, along with personal belongings, food, and treasures the person might need in the afterlife. 7. Funeral rituals. Before sealing the tomb, priests performed the opening of the mouth ritual. This was meant to restore the ability to speak, eat, and breathe in the afterlife. Once the rituals were done, the tomb was sealed to protect the mummy and treasures from robbers. This process shows how seriously the ancient Egyptians prepared for the afterlife and how important it was to keep the body intact for their journey to eternity. And let's not forget the famous mummy curses that supposedly haunt anyone who disturbs their tombs. Part 4. Lost Treasures. In 1922, the world was shaken when Howard Carter uncovered King Tut's tomb, packed with treasures untouched for thousands of years. Fun fact, many tombs and pyramids remain buried beneath the desert sands to this day. Behind the massive walls of the Great Pyramid, scientists discovered a mysterious chamber that had never been explored before. This discovery happened in 2017 through the Scan Pyramids project, where researchers used modern technology like muon radiography, a technique that utilizes cosmic particles to see the internal structure of large buildings without causing any damage. Description of the hidden chamber. This chamber is located above the Grand Gallery, a magnificent corridor leading to the king's chamber. The chamber is estimated to be about 30 meters long, roughly the size of a small airplane. So far, no direct access has been found, and the chamber has remained sealed off from the outside world for over 4,500 years. Speculations and mysteries. This discovery has sparked numerous theories. Historians and archaeologists have speculated about the purpose of this hidden chamber. Security chamber. Some believe it was part of a security system designed to protect the king's chamber from thieves. Symbolic chamber. Others suggest it may have spiritual significance, perhaps symbolizing the journey to the afterlife. Storage chamber. There's also a theory that the chamber was used to store sacred items or even important artifacts that have yet to be discovered. What happens next? Scientists now face a significant dilemma. How can they explore it without damaging the pyramid? One idea is to use small robots that can navigate through tiny cracks to investigate the chamber. But the bigger question is, what will they find inside? Ancient artifacts, treasure, or perhaps answers to the mystery of how the pyramid was built? What other secrets are still waiting to be unearthed? Why we're still in awe. Ancient Egypt and its pyramids are proof of incredible intelligence, creativity, and faith. Every new discovery is just the tip of an even greater mystery. Key facts. 1. The pyramids of Giza align with the Orion constellation. 2. Egyptians invented calendars and beer. 3. Mummification used natron and involved organ removal. 4. Many tombs and treasures are still hidden beneath the desert sands. Share your thoughts. Which fact surprised you the most? Follow us for more amazing stories.